Hello everyone, welcome to Sneha Videos. This video is for 10th class, chapter 14, Statistics. In this video, we are going to learn the formula of arithmetic mean for an ungrouped data. In this video, I provided some examples. Please go through them, and each example is different from one another. These examples are based on the examination point of view. It will come for 1 mark as well as for sometimes it comes for 2 marks or in part B even. Okay, so let us start with the formula of this arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean for an ungrouped data. So what is this ungrouped and grouped? Okay, let me take one example. Children, suppose I gave some flowers. Okay, some flowers. Let us assume these are flowers. Okay, some flowers of different colors. One is red, yellow, pink, green. Okay, and again red. Some are red color, some are white color, some are yellow color. Okay, now if I give all these flowers without any arrangement, means like this in random way, then this arrangement is called ungrouped. Means I'm not grouping them according to their colors. I'm not grouping, I'm not separating them. Okay, now if I separate them like red color in one group, white color in one bunch, okay, and pink color in one bunch, then this type of arrangement is called grouped arrangement. Here we are grouping according to their colors, their similarity. Okay, so now this arrangement is called grouped arrangement and this arrangement is called ungrouped. The name itself is telling grouped and ungrouped. Okay, so here also when you go for statistics data means some, even if you are collecting some marks, suppose I am collecting marks of students. Okay, suppose I gave papers to the students and I called each and everyone and I asked the marks. Okay, if I didn't separate the marks, if I didn't group the marks, then I'll collect like this 5 marks, 10 marks, okay, 15 marks, 25, okay, 11 marks, like this. If I write all the marks in this way, then this is called ungrouped data. I'm not grouping them. I'm not grouping the marks. Okay, suppose I grouped like this 5 to 10 marks. Okay, 5 I separated like this. Whoever got 5 to 10 marks, I counted their number and I wrote here. Okay, how many of them got 5 to 10 marks, I wrote here. Suppose seven members are getting 5 to 10 marks. Next, 10 to 15 marks, who got more than 10 and less than 15? Okay, I'll write here. Okay, now if I am writing the marks in such a way, in this way, then this is called grouped data. Okay, these are called intervals, class intervals. Intervals means here from 5 to 10 there is some interval, some gap, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that period, that interval is that interval, and here we are writing it like a range from 5 to 10, so it is called as class interval. Okay, clear? So this is what your grouped and ungrouped data. Now let us take the formula of this arithmetic mean for an ungrouped data. It is represented with x bar. Okay, always the mean is represented with x bar, mean x bar. This is very important. Okay, some of you will write just x, but don't do mistake here. X, it is not a variable. You should write x bar. This mean is represented with x bar. You can also call as average. Okay, the formula of this one is sum of observations by number of observations. So here sum means whatever observations you give, you should add them. Okay, sum of observations. If I take 7 observations, you should add all these 7 observations divided by, there are 7 observations, so you should put 7. Clear? So this is for ungrouped data. Okay, there will be other formula for grouped data and there are some methods also to find the mean. Okay, so now in this video we are going to discuss only for the ungrouped data, means the random distribution of the data. Okay, so let me take some raw data. Your observation, these observations, whenever they are not arranged, you can also name it as raw data. Okay, so let me take x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, xn, means there are some observations in between also, and the last term is nth term. Okay, now I'll write the formula for this one. So we know that arithmetic mean is represented by x bar equals to, here in the numerator you should add all the observations, right? So I'm adding each and every observation. So addition symbol is plus, so I put plus in between each and every observation. Children, please don't do mistake by putting comma here. Most of them will do mistake here by putting comma. This is very, very important. Okay, and divided by n, because there are n observations, so I wrote here n. Okay, so this is your basic formula. Now use this formula to our problems. Okay, now let us start with our first example. Here is your first example. Arithmetic mean for the data. I gave the data, means some observations: 16, 75, 14, 83, 72, 15, 19, 63, 12 and 17. Okay, so let us take the formula first. Arithmetic mean is represented by x bar equals to sum of the observations by number of observations. Okay, so sum means we should add all the observations, right? So let me add all the observations by, here there are 10 observations: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 observations, so I divided with 10. Okay, let me add all this. So x bar equals to 386. If you add all these observations, you'll get 386. Children, anyhow you are perfect with addition, right? 386 by 10. Okay, so whenever the division is with 10 power, means if it is 100, 1000, okay, anyhow 10 100,000 will not be there here, because he will not give that much observations. He will not give 100 observations, right? So whenever it is divided by 10, simple, just write the numerator as it is, 386, and here after here only 10 is there, so put point decimal after one digit, before one digit. Okay, so it will be 38.6. okay, this is only for whenever it is divided by 10, not other numbers. Okay, so I can write 38.6. x bar equals to 38.6. so my mean is 38.6. okay, now one thing you should remember, that is always the mean. Whenever you got the answer, okay, you got this answer, now you want to check whether this answer is correct or not, means you should check that whatever mean value you got, that should be in between the minimum and maximum value of the observations. Okay, means the smallest value is 12 here and the greatest value is 83. Okay, so in between the smallest and greatest values your mean should lie. Okay, so it should be greater than 12 and it should be less than 83. Okay, so we got in between these two values only, no? So whatever we got, that is correct. So it is lying between 12 and 83. This is only for cross checking. Okay, so and in part B sometimes he'll ask that which central tendency lies between the lowest and greatest values of the observation. Then you should pick out arithmetic mean. Clear? So let us go to the next example. Here is the next example. Find the value of P if the mean of, he gave some observations here. Here he asked to find out P. P means here he missed one observation and he mentioned that observation as one variable P. Okay, and whenever he asked to find out any variable in between, any value in between, he will definitely give you the mean value. Okay, then only we can find out. See, equation, in an equation, if you know this value, then you can find out this side value. Okay, or else if you know this value, you can find out this value, right? So for that purpose, if he missed any observation, he will definitely give you the mean value. Here the mean is 8. Okay, 8 is not an observation. Here 8 is mean. Read the question properly. Find the value of P if the mean of the data, means the data is stopping here, is 8. So the mean value is 8. Okay, so let us take the formula first. Arithmetic mean x bar equals to sum of the observations by number of observations. So let me take the summation of all the observations. So here mean he gave already 8. So I put, instead of x bar I can put 8. Okay, and I wrote all the observations and here is your P. Okay, so when you add all this, you'll get 68 plus P. Okay, leave this P. Apart from this P, add all the observations, it will give you 68 and plus P. Here, why I wrote here 8 into 10 means whenever this division goes there, it becomes multiplication. Right? So when plus goes to the other side of the equal to, it becomes minus, minus becomes plus, into becomes division and division becomes into. Right? So here 10 is dividing, so it goes as multiplication. So 8 into 10 equal to 68 plus P. Okay, so we know 8 into 10 is 80 equal to 68 plus P. Here we want this p, right? Whatever you want, that should be kept aside and the other thing should be sent to the other side. Okay, so see here, suppose I have x plus 5 equal to some 4 or whatever it is. Okay, so here I want to find out this x value. Okay, means here I don't need this 5. This 5 is in plus sign, it is adding, so when it goes there it becomes subtraction, so it is minus 5. Okay, so here also the same thing I have done. So plus 68 when goes there it becomes minus 68, so p equal to 80 minus 68, so subtract and you'll get p equal to 12. Okay, so now we got the observation p equals to 12. Okay, so let us take the next example. So here is your next example. Find the value of x. So here also he asked you to find out the x value. If the mean of the data x plus 1, x plus 3, x plus 5, x plus 7 is 14. Same question here, he asked you to find out x and he gave the mean value. But here the only difference is, in the previous question he gave the numerical values, but here he mixed up with a variable. Okay, he gave some expressions. X plus 1, it is an expression, right? So he gave an algebraic expression and he gave the mean value and he asked you to find out x. Same procedure, no need to confuse. So take our formula x bar equals to sum of the observations by number of observations and put all the values x plus 1, x plus 3, x plus 5, x plus 7, and in between you should put plus symbol because it is sum. So you, and here mean value is 14, so put that mean value 14 equals to, here these things I have written as it is and this 4 is dividing here, so I multiplied with 14. Whenever it's end there it becomes multiplication, right? So do 14 into 4, you'll get 56 and all the like terms are added, right? Like terms are added or subtracted. Here we are adding, so we can add it x, 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 x. There are 4x, so I added 4x I got, and add the numerical values to 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, it gives you 16. Okay, now here 16 is adding. Here we want to find out x value. Okay, before sending the this 4, we should send this 16 there. Okay, here 16 is adding, so when it goes there it becomes subtraction. Okay, now here after subtraction 4 it should be sent. Okay, the only thing which is with x is 4 and it is multiplying. Whenever it is multiplied, the other side it goes as division. So 56 plus minus 16 is 40 and here 4 will be sent as division. So x equals to 40 by 4, it gives you 10. Okay, don't confuse here. No need, don't put here x bar. This is not our mean. We are not finding the mean value. We are finding an observation x value. So don't put here x bar. It is x only. So we got x equals to 10. Clear? So let us go to the next example. Here is your next example. Find the arithmetic mean of first n natural numbers. So we already know that the natural numbers are starting from 1, 2, 3, right? All the positive numbers starting from 1 to infinity. Okay, so we should find out the arithmetic mean of first n natural numbers. Here he didn't mention find the mean of first 10 natural numbers or first 12. He mentioned n natural numbers, means you should take in terms of n only. Okay, so first let me take the formula of arithmetic mean. X bar equals to sum of the observations by number of observations. Okay, so here x bar equals to sum of the observations. Here we don't have any observations. When there are no observations, we should put summation symbol is sigma. Okay, sigma. How many observations we are adding? We are adding n. Here he asked to add n natural numbers, right? So sigma n by how many observations are there? N. Okay, what is the sigma means? Here in the formula we are putting plus symbol, right? So instead of here, as we don't know the values here, we can write the summation symbol and we can put how many observations are there, that value n. Okay, so x bar equals to sigma n by n. Okay, sigma means summation of n observations divided by n observations. Okay, now here n natural numbers, we have the formula of sum of n natural numbers. Okay, sum of n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, this is very, very important. Sum of first n natural numbers formula is n into n plus 1 by 2. So instead of this sigma n means sum of n natural numbers, right? So sigma n, I can put n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, now here this 2, as this 2 is dividing and here it is also dividing, so these two becomes multiplication 2n. Okay, now this numerator n and denominator n I can cancel, right? So it becomes n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so now the arithmetic mean of first n natural numbers is n plus 1 by 2. This is very, very important problem. Okay, please practice it. Don't do the mistake in writing the formula of n natural number summation. Sigma n means you should write n into n plus 1 by 2, and here you have n in the denominator, so put that n as it is. Okay, now next step, this 2 will go down, it becomes multiplication, so and n in the numerator and denominator cancel, so you'll get n plus 1 by 2. So this is your arithmetic mean of first n natural numbers. Okay, so let us take the next example. Find the arithmetic mean of first 6 even numbers. Okay, so children, we know what are even numbers. The numbers which are ending with 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, right? The numbers which are ending with the digits 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, or the numbers which are divisible by 2, right? So here he mentioned how many even numbers? Only 6 even numbers. So let us take that even numbers, 6 even numbers, first 6 even numbers, and we'll find out the arithmetic mean. Simple, right? So let me take the formula first. X bar equals to sum of the observations by number of observations. We know the even numbers are, first 6 even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. Okay, so let us write all them and put plus symbol in between, because here we are doing summation. So put plus symbol. So 2 plus 4 plus 6, 8 plus 10 plus 12. So here 6 observations to divide with 6. Okay, now add them. X bar equals to 42, you'll get 42 by 6, so it is divisible by 6, so it gives 7 as your quotient. So this is your mean. So I can write arithmetic mean of first 6 even numbers is x bar equals to 7. Clear? So let me go to the next problem. Here is the next question. Find the arithmetic mean of first 8 odd numbers. So here he asked odd numbers and 8 odd numbers. So first write the formula. X bar equals to sum of the observations by number of observations. Children, whenever you are writing the formula, repeat outside, not inside. If you repeat outside, it will be remembered forever. Okay, so sum of the observations by number of observations. Okay, then here we'll take first 8 odd numbers as 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 and 15. We know all these are odd numbers because they are not divisible by 2. Okay, now add all of them and divide by 8. Okay, so if you add it, you'll get 64, and 64 by 8 is 8. Okay, so this is the arithmetic mean of first 8 odd numbers. It is 8. Okay, so let us go to the next one. Here is the next problem. Find the arithmetic mean of the first 7 prime numbers. Okay, so here you should do for prime numbers. Okay, what are prime numbers? The numbers which have only 2 factors, those are 1 and itself. Okay, it should be divided by one table, and it should be divided by its own table. Okay, so let us take the formula and the 7 prime numbers, first 7 prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and 17. Okay, 2 is the only even prime number. Okay, don't confuse, this is very, very important point. The only even prime number is 2. Okay, now do the summation. X bar equals to 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 13 plus 17 by 7. So when you add it, you'll get 58 by 7, and after division you'll get 8.28. So I can write the arithmetic mean of first 7 prime numbers as x bar equals to 8.28. Here is the next example. Find the arithmetic mean of first 6 composite numbers. Okay, so here composite numbers, they are opposite to prime numbers, right? So means these numbers will have more than 2 factors. Okay, so let me take the formula first, arithmetic mean x bar equals to sum of the observations by number of observations. Now our first 6 composite numbers are 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 and 12. Children, don't do one mistake. Some odd numbers are also composite. You don't confuse that only the even numbers will be composite. No, that is wrong. Some odd numbers will also be composite. Okay. Now add all these composite numbers. So x bar equals to 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 12 by 6, because we are taking 6 numbers here. So add all of them, you'll get 49, and it is divided by 6. It gives you 8.16. Okay. So the arithmetic mean of first 6 composite numbers is 8.16. Clear? So all these problems are examination point of view problems. Okay, 1 mark, 2 marks, or sometimes they come for part B also. So practice them. Easy problems, right? I hope you understood this video. Please share my video and subscribe my channel. If you like it, please like my video. Thank you.